So Neil, you've been here around 6 months now. You've had a chance to work up close with the B team and get to know the club. How would you reflect on those 6 months so far?
I'd reflect on it, and I've enjoyed every single day that I've been here working. I think it's a fantastic club. So many good people behind the scenes, and so many good people here on a day-to-day basis, with one common goal, to make the club progress, and hopefully we can see that, which we have in recent weeks, at the very top of the first team in terms of the run that we're on. And from the B team perspective, it's been a real joy working with the group every single day to try and improve them in many different aspects, and it's an ongoing process.
When you arrived at the club, you mentioned you'd already noticed that there's a togetherness around the place. How has that kind of continued? Have you seen that to be consistent?
Without a shadow of a doubt. I was actually talking to Brian about that yesterday. I think that in a number of the clubs that I've been at over the last 6 or 7 years, this is as together as it gets, and we should be really proud of that. And I think that will lead to success, and hopefully we'll see that in the coming years. Everybody's really pulling in the same direction. We have two teams. We have the B team and we have the first team, and it's so pleasing to see what we're seeing in both of those teams. We've seen the B team in recent months really progressing and improving, not just individually but also through results, and although results isn't the be all and end all in terms of the B team, that winning mentality, that then when they are required to obviously perform for the first team, which is vital, and the winning mentality that's running through the first team at the moment is fantastic. A great run, and long may that continue.
And just looking at the results of the B team, it's clear that they've kind of got better and better as the time's gone on. What's been your assessment of the journey this team has been on so far?
Like I said, the results aren't the be all and end all. It's the progression and development of the players. But if we relate it to pre-season, I think we've come on in a number of different areas, and one in particular is obviously the fitness levels of the group. We worked really hard on that during those 6 weeks of pre-season, which then progressed into the actual season, and I can see real good signs on that, and that's backed up by obviously the results that we've had when we've retested. And in terms of performance, I can see it coming. At the start we had a real dearth of creating opportunities to obviously get in at the top end of the pitch, and we worked relentlessly hard on that, and we've seen a number of goals come to help us out in that respect, and our strikers are now starting to put the ball in the net, and we look really organised without the ball, so that lends to a good team.
And watching the games and training sessions, it seems every day these players are reminded of all the hard work they've got to put in. And have you been impressed with the attitude of the boys, because they seem a real honest bunch, don't they?
Yeah, thoroughly impressed with them. We're of the understanding that not every single player will meet the requirements to get into the first team, but it's our job again to make them first and foremost good people, and then obviously progress them to the pathway that their career will take. But the attitude on a daily basis has been fantastic, and it's something that I relayed to them at the start. When we're in the building, we're here to train, and here to train properly, whether it be a single or a double session or through the gym work. And to be fair, I have no complaints in terms of the groups of that. And then when we're off, it's time to rest and recover, so that when we come back in, we're ready to go again.
You mentioned your job's obviously about getting them as ready as you possibly can to try and challenge for the first team. But how excited and hopeful are you of their prospects?
Good. Yeah, I go back to that not all of the other lads will make it to the first team, but you have to have a squad like at any team, and we've certainly got a good squad in that respect, that are pushing each other, and hopefully we'll see the 2, 3 or 4 players come through over the coming years, because I think what is really important is that the average age of the B team has dropped this year, and we've got a number of young players starting out on that particular journey. So like I said, we'll be relentless in pushing them, and hopefully we'll get them there.
And it's not like they haven't got examples to look up to, the likes of Jan, Pat, Luca, who've all involved with the first team now, so there's plenty of motivation. They can see a pathway. Yeah,
that's vital. As I said, the 2-team strategy with the first and the B team lends itself to that. But again, it's like anything, like any sport, they have to be doing well to get their chance. And when they get their chance, it's important that I, along with the staff, have made them ready for that opportunity. And then it's important that they take the responsibility and grab it.
And in terms of yourself, what is it you most enjoy about working with these young players and developing them?
Seeing improvements, whether that be on a physical nature in terms of body fat is dropping by a huge percent. The fitness test, say for instance the 3-2-1 test we did the other day, in 7 seconds been shaved off it. So seeing that, because as a coach, that's one of the things that we can do, is really push them, and then obviously that you're hoping that when they're away from the building here, they're behaving like a top professional, and if that marries, then you'll see improvements in that respect. As a team, like you mentioned earlier on, the growth of the team, and seeing it develop in terms of in possession and then obviously out of possession, and we've done numerous days of work on the training ground to get them to a level where, again, that's aligned with the first team and that they're ready if they're required at that end of the spectrum, but for us to keep improving each week throughout the course of the season.
And one of the major things about the B team model was having those variety of games to give players lots of different experiences. Can you run us through how the schedule of later has done that in terms of those different experiences?
Yeah, well, obviously it started at the base, in pre-season, building up the physical work, and we had then the really top games in terms of what we pushed ourselves in pre-season, and then we went to Denmark, obviously, which was the first start of the so-called season, and we played in a tournament over there, and then it's taken shape from there. And I think what's evident is that we've played a number of first teams this year, and I think that's important to push the boys, because when you're trying to get them into a first team at 18, 19 and 20 years of age, they come up against the 26, 27 year olds, and I think we've had numerous games which have been thoroughly entertaining and also part of their development really, really good. We had Luton, Wickham, Cartagena in Spain, we could go on. They've had really, really good games against first teams, and I think that's absolutely vital.
Of course, getting these players to challenge for the first team wouldn't be possible without the hard work of all the staff behind the scenes. How pivotal are they in helping these players progress?
Massively. We spoke about the togetherness of this football club at the start of the interview, and from my perspective, I couldn't be happier with the staff that I've inherited. They work tirelessly alongside us for only one reason, and that's to help these players improve. And I think that day in, day out, we give them absolutely everything in that respect, whether it be through single or double sessions, as I said, the gym work, the fantastic food on display, the sports science, sleep coach, whatever it may be. There's so many different elements to try and give them everything it takes to be a top footballer. And then I go back to it that relationships are two ways, they're reciprocal. They have to buy into it, and they have bought into it, but it's the ones that push themselves that extra percent that will actually get to the very top.
How'd your relationship with Sam Saunders? Obviously it must be good to have someone who knows the club so well.
Yeah, I think it's a perfect fit. Obviously when the interview process was going on for the assistant in this B team, Sam came to the table and I met him and instantly clicked. I think it's a perfect fit, as I say, that he's been in and around this football club for numerous years, played so many games for the club, and there's a connection there with the staff and with the players. And as I said, I think that we're bouncing off each other really well, but as I said, that all the staff are doing that, and I can't thank them enough.